let's notice James chapter 2 and verses 14 to 24. Here you will find the balance between faith in Jesus and keeping the commandments. You see, the end-time generation, folks, is not going to legalistically keep the commandments. They're not going to keep the Sabbath legalistically like the Jews did. No, they're going to keep the Sabbath because they have a loving relationship with Jesus, because they have faith in Jesus. They're going to keep the commandments of God and also have faith in Jesus in perfect balance. Notice James 2, verse 14. What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith? Notice that they don't really have faith. If someone says he has faith, but does not have what? Works. Is it possible to say that you have faith and not have works? Absolutely. He's saying that there are some people that were that way. What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith, but does not have works? Can faith save him? Actually, in the Greek, it says, can this kind of faith save him? A faith that is workless. Can that kind of faith save him? Verse 15, if a brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you says to him, depart in peace, be warmed and filled, but you do not give them the things which are needed for the body, what does it profit? Thus also faith by itself, in other words, faith alone. And by the way, this is the reason why Martin Luther did not like the epistle of James. In fact, he called James the epistle of straw. And if he'd had his way, he would have cut the epistle of James out of the Bible. Because Luther was fighting against the Roman Catholic Church that taught that works, pilgrimages, work your way to heaven. And so Martin Luther fought against that with everything he had, just like Paul had fought against the Jews. So he didn't understand how James could say that faith without works is dead. And so he says, thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is what? Dead. You see, faith and works are a package deal. You can't have one without the other. You have to have both together. So he says, faith, if it does not have works, is dead. But someone will say, you have faith, and I have works. And he says, show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. How do we show our faith? We show our faith by our works. Let me ask you, can we claim to have faith in Jesus and live like the devil? We can claim it, and we can claim to be saved and watch what the world watches and dress the way the world dresses and be entertained the way the world is entertained and do what the world does. And we can say, I have faith, I'm a Christian. But if your life doesn't change, if there are no works, if you do not keep God's commandments out of love for Him, it's a sham. It's not a true relationship. And so he says, show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. And then he says, you believe, and by the way, that word believe is the same word for faith that is used throughout this passage. You believe that there is one God. You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. So if you just believe that there's one God, people say, well, we all believe in the same God, don't we? But it's a superficial belief. It's a belief up here that God exists. That's not going to save you. Do you think the devil believes that God exists? He not only believes it, he knows it. And so James is saying, you believe that there is one God. You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without works is dead? And then he's going to use Abraham. See, this is what threw Martin Luther for a loop, because Martin Luther said, fide, sola fide, faith alone, without works.